Hello everybody, what is up? Welcome back to the 3-Digit World Cup. We had some ridiculous bangers, especially earlier today at 4 UTC between South Korea and USA. Went to tiebreaker. South Korea just taking it away and securing themselves the winner's side of the grand finals. And the USA are the ones waiting for one of these two teams to advance and face them next weekend for the losers grand final spot for a chance to face South Korea in the grand finals. It is the Philippines against Brazil. Two teams who have been popping off in this World Cup. They have been slaying some crazy teams. Philippines recently took a victory against a very scary and very on fire Ukraine team. So safe to say both of these teams have also had a good run in their money. Brazil taking down Hong Kong 6-3. So, yeah, banger after banger is this British World Cup. And I can't wait to see what goes down here. I'm Shiba. I'm joined by a very tired, but I'm sure very happy to cast Dio.
Hello, Shiba. I casted winners finals here. I went to SSOT afterwards and casted the first winners bracket match of the weekend at 6 UTC. And then I went to sleep. It was 2:15 in the morning. I forgot to turn off my alarm that woke me up at 9 a.m. And then I woke up again at like 9:45 and saw there was no caster here. And I was like, all right, time to cast, time to get in.
I was going to be all alone. I was going to be all alone, and Dio saved my loneliness.
Yeah,
and then solo casting.
And then I come to cast this match, and these teams, the captains, they don't even give it their best effort. 3 and 9 for the rolls. I mean, are you serious? Really? That's what we show up to do? Come on, guys. Like, let's see some better rolling. Skill-based parts of this matchup with the rolls, honestly, just really rough. Anyway, so first ban for Philippines going to be DT3. These teams have had some kind of interesting history with the picks so far. I feel like Brazil has gotten better and better at these speed mechanics throughout the tournament so far, as a lot of their like returning old players have come back into form, particularly Nissan, who has been really strong for them throughout the tournament. Like Nissan getting 600k on the Fool yesterday, getting 690k for Zubs on DT2 yesterday. Like, this team has been pretty solid on these DTs. So I think good to ban out those speed maps from the side of the Philippines. And as for Brazil, banning out those lower approach rate gimmick maps, I think kind of a no-brainer against a team like the Philippines that has some very good reading players on it. So kind of expecting maybe Utage to get banned out as well, or Microwave.
Yeah, I have something to say. So a little birdie has just sent me a DM and may or may not have told me that the Philippines are going to be playing without Hyuk, which is a bombshell, but that might change the entire face of this match. I mean,
if that's true, I think Brazil just win. Like, a lot of their scores from yesterday were very close between these two teams, and I don't want to count out Philippines, but like, if you don't have one of your two core members, like this guy plays every map, right? If you don't have one of those two members, I feel like the chances of you winning just go down so much. So let's hope for Philippines' sake and for the sake of a close match. But that's not the case. These two teams are honestly pretty evenly matched. If you look at a lot of their scores from yesterday, from when they were both playing Ukraine and Hong Kong respectively for Philippines and Brazil. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, there's the hidden 3 ban for Brazil. That was kind of expected to come through. And I think you're just probably seeing either the free mod 2, not no mod, free mod 2, or the DT2 ban for Philippines after this.
Yeah, I think those are two of the good options that you can go for here. I feel like Philippines can't be as hasty either with the free mod Hard Rock picks as maybe they would want to. I feel like, again, having Hyuk not around is a big issue. One of the better, or if not the best, Hard Rock player in the tournament. outside of maybe one, who's ironically named the worst Hard Rock player. But we have quite a few choices that Philippines are a little bit more restricted now. They can't be as flexible as maybe they want to be. And Philippines rely on this core lineup. They can't nearly play as well as they do without Hyuk around. You still do have some good potential, though. It's not necessarily going to be a big upset or a big sweep now from Brazil. Nathan Ram still exists. He is probably their next best player, able to be the next person to play everything, even on skill sets that we don't consider him to be strong on, carrying his team and outshining players who are specialists at certain strengths. So I think Philippines still have a good chance. You've still got Ramu as well. You've still got Kagano, who have done very well in this tournament after not playing for a little while. Seeing them around again playing well is great. So hopefully Philippines can still put up a good fight. But I can't help but just think in my head, like, what do they do without Hyuk on several maps? Like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Oh, Frozen One's picked.
Oh.
Let's go.
Let's go. So the Philippines played this yesterday. They were able to get a pretty solid team score, about 1.3 million team score overall. Brazil played this and got just over 1 million team score. I feel like this is kind of a no-brainer pick. You just compare their scores directly, and yeah, this is better for Philippines. There are several maps like that. I'm going to work on getting some direct comparisons together from yesterday, so that we can take a look at exactly where these teams might want to pick based on yesterday's scores. But for now, just know Philippines definitely the better hidden team, a little bit better on the gimmick, a little bit better on the kind of unconventional maps in the pool. Brazil a lot better on particularly hard rock, including some like kind of gimmicky hard rock maps and the DT mechanics as well. And you'll probably see that dichotomy between the teams play out in the terms of the pick ban strategy, like we already have with the bans, right? Philippines double banning speed, Brazil double banning reading. Just makes sense based on the teams. So Philippines now with Nathan Ram, Ramu, and Imposter here to play this map. They did have Hyuk play this yesterday. Notably, this is a map that Hyuk bottom scored for the Philippines yesterday. So I think a smart first pick if they are missing Hyuk.
Yeah, I think there's still a lot of potential. You are going to still see, as you mentioned, that dichotomy of Philippines definitely making the most of their hidden abilities and Brazil making most of hard rock. Having players like Nissan, Korean Malico, and Defons on the same team is very clear to be a spell for victory on the hard rock maps. And especially when Philippines are missing their best hard rock player. But the no mods are going to be really exciting. I think the double times are going to be quite exciting. More than no mod, I'd say. You're really unsure of what team will be more performing well on unless we've got a good comparison of what they can do. I'd say on paper this to be pretty close on the no mod department. You've got some untraditional snap him heavy ult. You've got some like kind of your standard modern ridiculous tech maps, which I see to be a little bit of a toss-up, maybe a little bit in favor of Philippines. But anyway, before we start talking about the next maps, let's talk about the one that is playing right now. Frozen One, your AR 9.6 hidden aim map with quite a few weird patterns here and there. You've got those weird jump aim patterns, which is kind of reminiscent of a average hidden 2, but what makes the hidden 1. But what makes this map unique is its stream and 1/3 patterns and low BPM flow aim sections, which can get really, really strange and kind of out of nowhere for you. In this intro section here, already a few drops in this intro spike section where Nathan Ram and Impulse both drop, but it is traded by 2 from Brazil as well in Nissan and Mystica. So at the moment, it's a 1 versus 1, Zubs and Ramu holding on to the full combos, but we got a really tough second coming up here, which could lead to a major drop. Act drop there from Ramu, and Zubs holding on now to this lead from Brazil. Recoveries in favor of the Philippines by just a little bit, but Nissan able to outshine Nathan Ram. Impulster is the main advantage in this over Mystia. But outside of that, there really isn't that much. It's a very negligible advantage for Brazil. But that's a double miss there for Philippines. And that's going to exemplify that even more. Mystia being the only one to trade it for Brazil. Ramu is trying still to hold on, giving Philippines a little bit of room to anchor, maybe give them a little bit of leeway to at least make a recovery. There goes Nissan. Another double drop. Oh my god, this could go anywhere. Drops are coming all over the place. It's still your 2 full combos. And we're getting to the 1/3 now.
Yeah, all eyes on Ramu and Zubs right now. Those two with basically FCs for both of them at this point in the map.
Oh my God.
These 1/3s catching everybody off. There go both of the FCs as well at the exact same time. It's on a knife's edge, less than 10k, slightly in favor of Philippines via the combo right now. Just ever so slightly more. And there goes everyone on Philippines, though. And now it's going to swing back to Brazil. This is just on a knife's edge. It all comes down to this last quarter and how well teams can recover and find a big combo. The biggest one's on Nissan right now. Can he hold it and take a break point for Brazil? Or can Philippines claw this back with Ramu doing his damnedest to hold strong?
Oh no, they're missing so many combos here. Ramu's trying so desperately hard. It's only been one miss that's been splitting him up on this, but Nissan is able to suppress him alongside Zubs. He may drop, but you still have Nissan being able to take Ramu away from that situation, away from that issue. 64,000 score, and now 2 insurmountable lead for Philippines to build. It was on a knife's edge, as you mentioned, Dio, for a good while, for a very long time, but towards the end stage, the full recoveries and the pressure leans for the Brazilians, and they will take map number 1, a break point in this match.
It's just a much better score from Brazil than yesterday, about 200k up on their score that they were able to put up yesterday. Mainly coming from a little bit of improvement for Nissan. Nissan dropped 250k yesterday, so dropping 450k today is massive there. And that's just kind of unfortunate. Ramu doing his damnedest, 585k top scoring in the lobby, but just does not matter because the rest of the team could not keep up with the supporting scores from Brazil. So that is going to be first pick breakpoint over to Brazil. And now, if you've been paying attention, I think you're probably expecting either a DT2 or a free mod 2 from Brazil here. With Nomad 2 banned out, DT3 banned out by the Philippines. Either of those remaining kind of pure speed picks in the pool, I think, are very good for Brazil. They have about a 300,000 score advantage on the Fool comparing scores from yesterday, versus about a 130k score advantage comparing scores on DT2 from yesterday. So I really expect them to just first pick the Fool here and kind of try to speed abuse, right? Like, if your team is better on it, may as well go for it.
Yeah, really got to make the most of it here. Question is what they're going to lean into. We already talked about kind of the double time mechanics maybe being an option. And in turn, general mechanics maps as well. Not free mod 2 available, DT2, DT1 potentially. Or maybe a Hard Rock map, maybe Hard Rock 1. Or Hard Rock 2, general for the comfort. The Fonza crew and Malako are no slouch. But it will be the mechanics that they're going to lean into a bit more. Free mod 2 available there. The fall, 230 ppm, 3 minutes and 41 seconds long. From the moment you see the artist's name, Flesh God Apocalypse, you kind of already know what you're in for, really. This is some crazy levels of general mechanics consistency. Very reminiscent of your typical free mod 2s that you see throughout this tournament. And generally towards the later stages of other tournaments in free mod 1s, where you have that inconsistency added on with extra mechanics. This one just ramps it up even more. AR 9.7, base, CS3. And yeah, it's a long mechanics test. And for players like Brazil, who can not only make the most of good mechanics maps, but also have a good hard rock player to fill in with the free mod ability, is going to be great. You've got Nissan as well, who obviously is going to be filling in. The third can be either Zubs or Defons, depending on what kind of mod strategy they want to lean into, but it seems like Zubs will be coming in here. Another good hidden player for Brazil. This seems to be one of those maps that, for this matchup, is a match made in heaven.
Yeah, I mean, this is free mod in particular is really good for Brazil because they have players who really want to go hard rock and players who really want to go hidden on certain maps, and being able to put everyone on their comfort mods is very, very nice for a team like this. Once again, Hyuk not in here. It's Nathan Ram, Ramu, and Kagano in for the Philippines here. Korea Maluka on the hard rock, Zubs on the hidden, Nissan on the nomad for Brazil to start things off. And I think both these rosters make sense if you assume that Hyuk is not here. And let's see if this is going to be good enough for Philippines to take a breakpoint back. Brazil started off strong on that hidden one, and now it's all up to the Philippines to try and bring something back. A couple of early misses coming through for Korean Maluko, Ramu, and Kagano at the very start of the map. 2 full combos on Nissan and Zubs, 1 FC on Nathan Ram for the Philippines. This map is very long. We are not even a quarter of the way in still. Map is very combo dense. There's quite a lot of combo to go through before you can really call a significant advantage for either team. And this map is all speed. There's some flow aim in this map as well. Like if you are kind of slacking on flow aim during these parts, this is where you can often find those misses.
These little stream TI sections where it gets really, really tough is where you see so many misses here from players who aren't as comfortable with the stamina and the flow aim included. That stacked on top of each other is a combo that's really difficult to maintain. Nathan Ram, only one alongside Kagano actually, not the only one, to hold on to that. Korean Maluko and Nissan also to be holding on here. It's still decently even here. Combos a little bit more in favor of the Philippines now that Ramu and Zubs have traded the break. But Ramu dropping one of the easiest sections along with dropping tons of accuracy. The general accuracy here for the Philippines is really being their detriment right now. You've got Korean Maluko and Nissan holding on to 98 and 99.2 respectively. This is a very big sign of how much more comfortable they are. Nathan Ram and Kagano trying so incredibly hard to hold on to their combos. And so far, combo-wise, they're doing a great job, but this accuracy is seriously hindering them at the moment. Ramu is trying to fight Zubs on the hidden, but Zubs has 200 combo lead. As long as this stays the same, which most likely it will for Brazil, it's going to be a massive uphill battle for the Philippines. Ramu drops once again. Kagano and Nathan Ram holding on to these really difficult sections alongside the entirety of Brazil. It's a complete oppression here from this Brazilian team.
I mean, this is just sick act. Like, yesterday we saw a Hard Rock full combo, I believe from, I believe it was from Razor Fruit on the side of the United States, and that was with like 96 AC, and that score was insane. 99 accuracy still for Nissan right now. 98 AC still for Korean Maluko on Hard Rock. Nathan Ram's gonna drop, Ramu's gonna drop, Kagano's gonna drop. I mean, there's nothing that Philippines can do here. But let's just take a second and appreciate just how ridiculous these scores are from the 2 carry players on the side of Brazil. Even 97 AC on Zubs with the hidden is really, really good. Like, these are some pretty incredible scores coming out of Brazil right now. Their overall team score on this map, the last time they played it, was 1.4 million. They are already way past that. There goes Nissan, does finally drop on the Nomad there. But Korean Maluko is hitting these ending streams with Hard Rock. He still has near 98 accuracy. This score is just insane, man. Like,
oh my lord. Finally a drop. Jesus, I mean, they're already done, Brazil. They're already dead, man. They're just holding on to the hardest parts of the map, and the Philippines, they've cracked to the stamina. They can't hold on anymore. Like any normal player would, honestly. Brazil on a different level on this map. Maybe not holding on to the full combos, but a clear sign that this team was very comfortable and very ready for this. A very clean point there.
I will correct myself. It was Tallulah yesterday with the Hard Rock full combo, and we thought that score was sick with 96.7 AC. Like, 97.7 AC for Korean Maluko, including the misses on Hard Rock, is just kind of insane. It's a full team comfort difference, you know, full A ranks versus full B ranks here on the Fool. There's not much that the Philippines could do on that map, and Brazil going to continue to take advantage of that strength that they have as a roster and pick into more speed throughout that match, because if they can improve their team score from 1.4 million to this, like, you can expect them to be a lot better on DT2. You can expect them to have a much better time on some of the remaining tapping maps.
It's a good way of gauging yourself on what you can lean into and what you can't, really. It's very clear that Philippines do not have the lineup for a mechanics pick that usually they might have more potential on. But now that Brazil are aware of the exploits that they can lean into, like, I'm sorry, the fact that Hyuk isn't in there is an easy indicator for what Brazil can abuse more now. It gives them way more flexibility. They can lean into the Nomad 1. They can lean into the Hard Rock 1 easily now. They don't have to be like, I don't know if I want to pick it just yet because Hyuk exists. No, they don't have to worry about that anymore. They can just pick it if they want to, but they're going to really really rely on this Sapphire and Fire pick for Philippines to do something here. Control, one of those next best strengths there for the Philippines. If there's anything that we know about Philippines, it's their normal ability, their flexibility with their full roster, and their control in both ult and tech. Sapphire and Fire, I think, is probably their next best option. So, yeah, you got to really hope that they get some sort of momentum on the board with this.
Yeah, this was a pretty solid win for the Philippines over their previous opponents this weekend in Ukraine, I believe it was. This is like kind of all alt patterning. It's 175 BPM alt patterning. And the biggest parts of this map that pose a huge difficulty and a huge threat to breaking combo are where you get high spacing, 175 BPM flow aim and alt aim control alongside those changes to 1.6 that abound in this map. Like if you get some 1.6 patterning in the middle of a big high spacing pattern, it's really easy to break on that kind of thing. So you're going to be expecting some breaks on those sorts of patterns from multiple players in this map, especially on the hard rock players with that increased circle size, and especially on the hidden players, as you know, trying to flow through those sorts of things with hidden and maintain finger control is way more difficult. Nathan Ram, Ramu, and Kagano in for the Philippines. Once again, Nathan Ram on the Nomad, I think, to try and put up a carry score here. Ramu on the hidden, Kagano on the hard rock, Kriya Maluko on the Nomad, Defons on the hard rock, and Zubs on the hidden for Brazil. And I think these are comfort mods for these players. Zafon's a very, very good alt hard rock player. Same for Zubs on the hidden, and Kriya Maluko, of course, could play the hard rock, but why bother if you're comfortable on the Nomad anyway? And unfortunately, a couple of early breaks here for Ramu, Kagano, and Zubs already. Defon's also breaking now. It's just the Nomad players left already, with Kriya Maluko and Nathan Ram holding on to these Nomad FCs less than a quarter of the way in, and already Kriya Maluko breaks as well. And now it's just Nathan Ram. I mean, we're a quarter of the way in, and 5 players have broken on this.
I'm telling you now, man, if there's anybody that can bring Philippines this victory, it's going to be Nathan Ram, the next best player here. The carry without Hyuk around is the superstar core player that is relied on for so many maps, and a map like this is one of his bread and butters. He's going to have to really hope to hold on to this. The Philippines are going to have to really hope for Nathan Ram to really pull off a masterclass and hold on to some of the biggest combo we've seen. Might be one of the best scores in the tournament if he lands this FC on Sapphire and Fire, a map that's iconic for how freakishly difficult it is.
So let me stop you there, because South Korea 3-way FC'd this yesterday, but it would be a 6 score if he was able to FC this.
Okay, never mind that. South Korea, it's South Korea. Listen, they got Forum on their team. That's already a free FC, right? You don't. Okay, one of the best scores in the weekend. All right.
Like you're not wrong. If South Korea didn't exist, that would be an insane score. But unfortunately,
South Korea exists. It's still an insane score, all right? We'll leave it at that. That's not fair. That is not
I know,
fair.
right? Like, what the hell, man?
Anyway, so Nathan Ram still holding on to his full combo past the final quarter of the map. He might actually be able to secure this, but there's not much you can do when Ramu and Kagano not able to scrape over 300k. Kriya Maluko and Zubs able to collectively suppress Nathan Ram here. And unless those two combos had dropped earlier, maybe we could have seen Nathan Ram pull off the clutch, but it won't be the case. Nathan Ram finally drops. Kriya Maluko and Zubs hold on, and it's another win there for Brazil.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I mean, despite what is honestly an insane score from Nathan Ram, right? Like 878k on that is massive. That is a huge score. Even if you full comboed, even if you double S that and get exactly 1 mil, it's still not enough. The rest of Brazil is just too good. The supporting scores are just too strong. And with Kriya Maluko and Zubs up near that 600k margin, you're just not going to be beating this team. So there's not really anything that Nathan Ram can do, even if he double S that map. It's just not meant to happen. So a 3-0 start for Brazil, and this match looking more one-sided than we may have predicted at the start of the tournament, with Philippines missing their core player in Hyuk for these first 3 maps. I don't know if we're going to be seeing him at all later in this match, but yeah, it's a rough start for Philippines, that's for sure.
Look, so that same buddy may have told me soon afterwards, actually, that Philippines can't even try to pick speed because they're also missing Mio Milo, who is their speed, specialist player. Like,
it's not like they were gonna try to pick speed anyway.
yeah,
So
I mean,
you know
yeah,
what? Whatever.
If there was any possibility that they could rival Brazil on speed, it would be with Mio and Milo around. But no, not even that is a hopium thing for Philippines. It's just a painful situation because I think Philippines are trying their damnedest. They're trying really hard, but you're missing one of your best player. And one of your specialists that is especially helpful on this very matchup. Like, yeah, DT2 is going to be picked up for Brazil. Unsurprisingly, your 240 BPM stamina. Yes, 240 BPM speed stamina map. It's a bit of a hybrid map though. It's got a bit of awkward sections in there as well. Kind of weird aim in there as well, but nothing too kind of spiky. It's more just awkward control-y bits alongside that stamina section. But it is the stamina that really is the most important part of this. AR 9.7. Brazil very much leaning to abuse Philippines as much as they can to secure themselves top 3. I mean, not surprising.
Yeah. I mean, you know, Philippines played this yesterday. Their score on it was pretty good. They got 1.6 million team score. But that was with Hyok dropping 500k and Mio Milo dropping 400k. Nathan Ram did top score for what it's worth, but they're going to have a not ideal roster for this map. And Brazil also played this yesterday and still got a better team score. They got 1.727 million team score on this yesterday. And so I kind of expect them to continue abusing speed against this roster from the Philippines with you know, a couple of missing players on their speed roster who just can't really put up solid team scores with the roster that they have, right? Like, it's just not going to happen if you're missing your two of your best speed players. So unfortunately for the Philippines, we'll see how the substitutes can do on this one. But Brazil going into this as the favorites, even if Philippines had their best roster here.
Yeah.
So I think this is really just how much can Brazil prevent absolute blunders from happening on this sort of map? Because yesterday they had a pretty solid team score, and if they can recreate that even closely, then they're going to be just fine on this sort of map.
Yep, Brazil, absolutely much more comfortable team here. You could potentially see Cargano do something. You could see Nathan Ram do something. But I feel like the general comfort from this Brazilian team is very overpowering and very clearly leaning in their favor. We're already seeing early drops here from both Cargano and Nathan Ram. On top of that, already a very dominant accuracy advantage, I'd say. 98, nearly 99, and a 97 from Cream Malico. Never mind, going down very quickly to 96, but still, 100k already early in this map is quite daunting, to say the least. You've got Ramu to try and hold the fort, but his accuracy is struggling here. He's at 95 under the rest of Brazil, who are still holding on to a 3-way full combo. Nathan Ram building a decent recovery, but as we're getting past into this KI section, it's all Brazil at the moment, holding on to a 3-way full combo with a great team accuracy here, being able to just push and push away from the Philippines' reach.
I mean, there's just not much they can do, and there goes Ramu, and now there's absolutely nothing they can do. It is all in Brazil's hands. And at this point, we're just maybe hoping for some full combos from Brazil, right? Like, let's see some good scores on this map.
Yeah.
They got 1.7 million team score on this again yesterday. So they're going to be cresting that margin soon. It's been improvement from the Brazilian team as compared to their scores from yesterday. And unfortunately for the Philippines, not able to come close to matching their score from yesterday on this, as it was, 1.6 million team score. Like, it was a pretty solid team score on this map, but just not going to happen this time around. We do see a miss from Korea Maluka, or a couple there now, right before the long stream sections. Zubs and Nissan still holding. Zubs will finally break, but it's Nissan to hold, and they're already above 2 million. There's an FC for Nissan, 99 accuracy. Still going strong for him on this one. And of course, nobody from the Philippines is making it through that section either. And so it's all Nissan's show now, whether he finishes it out with this 99%.
Yeah, the spotlight is all on Nissan, but I will have to shout out Nathan Ram. He did hold on to a massive 900 combo just before missing towards the very end of that major diff spike, actually dropping after Zubs and Korean Maliko, so still respectable attempt, but yeah, it's all the Brazil show. It's all Nissan, who's holding on to 99 accuracy on this map. He finally drops towards the ending, but 1 million scores already very, very respectable on this. Brazil, another really dominant showing. It's 4-0. And that was Philippines with another pick coming up. I mean, I think your only other option here is probably Nomad 3. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe Nomad 4.
Even if you're picking Nomad 3, Brazil basically tied their team score from yesterday. It was slightly higher for Brazil yesterday. Nomad 4, I think, is a better option. Brazil is not a very good tech team.
Kind of iconic for it, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, I think, if you can pick into some things that Brazil is really uncomfortable on, that's where it's going to start to be a little bit better for you. Hidden 1 was already one of those sorts of maps, and that did not work out. Nomad 4 is really the only one you have left in this pool. So I think just go for it based off the scores from yesterday, and hope it works out. Fremod 3 also may be an option. It is still up right now. They're going to go with Nomad 1 instead. Okay. This was a very good team score from Philippines yesterday. They got 1.8 million team score. This was a solid map for them. Again, they don't have Hyuk, but I think...
Imposter difference. I'm telling you now.
Surely.
Imposter difference is what you're looking at here. The guy's an aim maestro for the Philippines. Easily one of their best aim players outside of Hyuk around. Like Tokisok, you can't really counter him on nearly anything. But Imposter is that next best super aim player for the Philippines. Nathan Ram has also put up a great performance. Really trying to pull as much weight as he physically can.
Yeah, I mean, Nathan Ram got 880k on this yesterday. Like, he almost FC'd. So this is definitely going to be the carry player for the Philippines on this one. Imposter got about 400k, so not a bad score. But big shoes to fill with Hyuk missing, who was dropping near 600k yesterday. We'll see how well Imposter and Kagano can do on this. Korea Maluko, Nissan Defons here to try to take another breakpoint for Brazil. And let's see if the Philippines can put one on the board. I think a lot of this depends on how well Nathan Ram can replicate his score from yesterday and how much Imposter can improve from yesterday for the Philippines.
Indeed. This map does not cease to hit those difficult patterns that are consistent throughout the map. Loads of jumps that most of the time stay consistent in their spacing. Most of the time it's half cross screen, if not full cross screen jumps coming through here, already leading to several misses here from the entire lobby. It seems to just be Nissan who's holding on to the full combo. Everybody else on the lobby is dropping. Nathan Ram, though, the next closest combo to trail Nissan here. But you can already see it. I mean, these jumps are ridiculous, and they don't stop at all. They finally reached a little bit of a peak there towards that spike, which does lead to Nissan dropping, and Nathan Ram is going to be hitting that. So advantage for the combo in favor of the Philippines here with that big full combo there from Nathan Ram. And as we get into the next TI here, it's time for that jump to hit a peak here. And Nathan Ram has to hold on. It's only him against the world as Imposter and Kagano are tripping amongst the majority of the jumps here. Nissan, Defons, Korean Maliko all holding on to great recoveries, being able to suppress Nathan Ram, and Nathan Ram is down. All the threats from Philippines are down. Brazil can soar ahead into this next first section.
There's just not much they can do. Now, with better combo on all three members of Brazil, and Nathan Ram finding another miss during this part, if he can't replicate that 800k from yesterday, I don't know exactly what Philippines are going to do about the more consistent overall team score coming out of Brazil. I mean, Nissan is now top scoring the lobby with 370k, has that 500 combo, has ridiculous accuracy on 99.6 right now. There's Korea Maluko as well right behind him with another 500 combo, and nobody on Philippines has anything close. So there's just not much they can do at the moment. We'll see if that can change during this PI time, though. Another one of these big difficulty spikes, but it's Nathan Ram and Kagano to miss, and Korean and Nissan to hold, and it just does not look great for Philippines here near the end of the map. 400,000 score lead now for Brazil at the end of this map. They don't even need Defons. They can win without him. These two, Korean Maluko and Nissan, just absolutely popping off on this one. 99.6 AC for Nissan and 98 accuracy for Korean Maluko. Still holding this combo at the very end of the map. Really, really good run for these two. Very solid scores. And unfortunately, the Philippines, you know, despite not bad team scores, a lot of 400Ks, just not enough.
Not enough, unfortunately. We couldn't even see, unfortunately, any of the AIM players, especially Nathan Ram, who got 800k last time, able to push that score higher than the rest of Brazil. But I don't think that would have even mattered. Brazil is so oppressive on this. Nissan and Korean Malik are exceptional. Only, I believe, 1 or 2 sets of breaks that were very close towards one another that were the only drops here for those 2 Brazilian combos. Outside of that, it was pure dominance. It's one more map, one more pick there for Brazil to score themselves match point. It's 0-0. And I can't help but say it, but this is probably one of the saddest ways to see a team like the Philippines go. Really, like missing their best player, missing a great player that can counteract one of Brazil's counters. It's just sad to see this team go down like this. Brazil definitely earned their spot to be top 4. That's no understatement. Still a very impressive team, and with the Philippines' full team, this could have been a really close, really exciting close match, but we're just not going to be able to see that potential shine anywhere. It's just a sad situation here for Philippines. They just don't have anyone. They don't have Yok. And Nathan Ram and the rest of the team are trying so hard, but what do you do when you're missing a perma lobby? Like, Hyok plays everything, man. And it's just such a sad way to go. And Brazil are literally rolling their picks. Like, they know it's over.
I think they're, you know, thinking about several picks here. You probably don't want to pick the DT1, the DT4, because Philippines actually had pretty good scores on those. So I think they're just picking among the Hard Rocks right now, because they know that they are a really good Hard Rock team. But yeah, it's pretty over at this point. And this is going to be the Hard Rock one. They've already won on no mod consistency, and so they're just going to go with Hard Rock consistency on this one. Not a lot to say here. A little bit more streamy for this Hard Rock one. It is a Knowledge King map, but mainly aim consistency on this one. And again, a lot of really good Hard Rock players for Brazil. Korean Maluko, who was just nearly top scoring the previous map, going to be coming in back for that one alongside probably Defons and, if I had to guess, Zubs. But it might just be Nissan with how good he was on that no mod aim consistency.
Yeah, essentially. It's very obvious that Korean Malik and Defon's going to be in. It's just a matter of whether that third player will be in. But regardless, Brazil 100% have the better roster for this. And this, as you mentioned, Nameless Passion maps by Knowledge King. The man is very well known for making very nice and fun stream maps. Very iconic for that. But the guy, if you give him a good aim hybrid map, aim stream hybrid, he can make some absolute slappers. And this is one of them. I got a chance to see this map and actually give it a little try for myself with no one because I'm too bad for Hard Rock. But it's a banger. It's a very fun map. And very difficult with Hard Rock applied. But that's where these aim Hard Rock Maestros from Brazil are going to be really, really strong on. I think we're seeing a few tech difficulties.
Yeah, this map was updated 5 days ago after Showcase. And so if we still have the same version from Showcase, that's going to break the client. So need to go into normal OSU, update the map, and then put the client back on. And then we will be good to go for this Hard Rock one.
Yeah, just waiting on that to update and come through. But yeah, we already kind of talk about what we need to talk about here.
Yeah,
Just more
I
waiting
think
for our teams to get in.
I think for now, I mean, what do you do if you're Philippines? The Nomad 5 is banned. The Hidden 3 is banned. You can try to pick this Hidden 2 as well. That might be an option for your team, but again, I don't really know if they're going to be able to abuse that too well. You can
Nomad
try to
3.
pick like even then the Nomad 3, Brazil beat them on it comparing their scores from
Fremont
yesterday.
3. Fremont 3.
Oh,
Fremont
Fremont
3.
3, yeah.
Yeah,
Fremont
yeah.
3 maybe. Um,
Nomad 3, we already kind of talked about it, kind of being a lot more snappy, and
yeah.
although it has a few skill sets that Philippines are strong on, Brazil are a lot more comfortable on it compared to your kind of traditional alt map. So, yeah. I mean, the only other options I see are Hidden 2 and Free Mod 3, but even then, it's a tough ask.
Yeah. So we'll see if they can claw back a point in this match. Try to get something going for the Philippines here.
Yeah, we are just waiting for production to do our update. Should be done soon, hopefully. So we should be able to get your gameplay back in. And honestly, at this rate, if you're a neutral player, you're more just hoping to see some good scores and some good maps.
Yeah.
You might just want to see some cool stuff come through. Maybe a little clutch, maybe a cool little FC here and there. Here to enjoy the show for the most part. So yeah,
Well,
should
see
we
if we can get
should
see
we
if we
just
can get the
mute and
show
wait?
started back up soon here.
Should we just mute and wait? I don't know.
I mean, that's kind of awkward. We're
I'm
just
just
like
waffling at this point.
chilling.
Yeah. Just. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
I
there
think
we
we're good.
go.
There we go. Okay, good. I'm glad. I'm glad that changed. Cool.
All right, surely we're good.
Surely we're good now.
Surely we can see the map. Surely
I hear rabbit hole, and I see
that is
nameless
not
passion.
the map that we need to hear.
I hear rabbit hole, and I see nameless passion.
Oh, and the map is over. Philippines did pick
No.
Hidden 2. We did not see the Hard Rock one.
No!
However, scores from the map were, of course, Brazil favored. Top score actually for Nathan Ram on that map. But Nissan had a better score than Ramu. Defons had a better score than Kagano, and so the top score from Nathan Ram did not matter. Korea Maluko matching the score from Nathan Ram pretty closely. And we are getting into map, and 3 of the clients on the side of Brazil are not working. So we hopefully can exit out of all 3 of them and make them work.
Yep. But this is
Hey,
rabbit
there's
hole.
Zubs. We got one.
Zubs.
We love the turning client. I've been seeing this happen like way too often this weekend. Like you restart turning client and everything just breaks. This is just, it's really bad this weekend. I don't know why, but I've seen this in every tournament this weekend. It's awful.
It's been happening for the last couple of weeks as well. I mean, it's kind of just an ongoing issue at the moment. No idea where it started coming from. But yeah, Porsche dudes, he's trying so hard to get the clients in.
I mean, it's literally just connection to
It's just not
Bancho.
loading.
Like this is just what bad connection to Bancho looks like.
It's tough.
The fact that the stream is in 1080p 60 FPS tells me it's probably not Shaduz's internet.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah.
Like,
Poor guy, he's
what the hell,
you
man?
You can see the clients. There's the funds. The funds.
There's the funds. All right, we're 2 for 3 now.
It's
Can we get 3?
All
right, Zubs is popping off, by the way.
There we go.
There we go.
Zubs is hitting everything. No, okay, there's a giant space stream after this up sliders. Is he gonna hit it? Yes, he does.
Yep.
Lovely. Beautiful stuff. This map is really devious, by the way. We haven't had a chance to really talk about the details of this map, but it's a very freakishly difficult control map with lots of strange ult and techie elements. Zubs is going to go down finally, but that pop-off is massively solidifying him with just over 300k, nearly outshining 2 of the Philippines players here.
Yeah, Nathan Ram is the only hope for Philippines to get a point on this one. We'll see if he is able to hard carry them to a victory, because that's what it's going to take. Brazil currently up 6-0, actually, not 5-0. And so this is match point. Last pick for the Philippines, or potentially last pick for the Philippines.
Come on, Nathan Ram.
Mistia breaks. Everyone on Brazil has broken. It's just Nathan Ram holding on.
Come on, get one map for the Philippines. End fighting. Come on, Nathan Ram. You got a
We
lot
can't see the
of
score
to go.
difference. The chat's
We
in the way.
can't. We can't.
The overlay is
can't.
broken too.
We can't see it. Impalps the jobs. Nathan
Oh, he
Ram's
breaks
down.
two.
That
Okay,
might
is that
just be
enough?
it.
They've got about 900k. I think it's close to enough. I think they might actually win this pick.
It's really close. It's actually really, really close. Mistia drops though. That's big. But Zaz is able to suppress Ramo and Impalster. Defons and Mistia are breaking even here with Nathan Ram. I believe it's literally just under 1,000. Look at the graph. It's so close. But Brazil taken in the end by 9,000 score. Oh, such a good attempt there from Nathan Ram. What a try. What a way to go out fighting as an individual there. But it's GG.
Yeah.
And Brazil, I think, got the win that they didn't want. I think they wanted a closer fight. But with whether it be scheduled tragedies or something else, we don't know. Philippines were not prepared, were not able to get the players that they needed to get a close battle against Brazil. And unsurprisingly, with that, Brazil capitalize and get a dominant 7-0 victory, secure themselves top 3 and getting themselves a chance to go up against USA in the losers grand final. So congratulations, Brazil, for securing top 3. And Philippines, is a shame, but thank you for playing. Absolute banger of a team roster here, who made some great performances in this World Cup. But they will be knocked out, and they will once again, in a second standard World Cup in a row, just barely miss out on top 4. Isn't it poetic that you and I, Dio, are the ones to cause both the times where they miss out on top 3?
Yeah, kind of unlucky for Philippines. I mean, Hyuk sent a message in general chat about 24 hours ago asking if reschedule is possible, and was said, yeah, we can reschedule if you really need to. Yeah, we can do the reschedule, but apparently it was never brought up to subs, and so unfortunately just no reschedule happened. And so Philippines going to be dropping out 7-0 against Brazil. And that is going to do it for the finals weekend. We will have the map pool showcase soon. So stay tuned for that, or rather join the Discord so you can be notified when it goes live. I'm not sure if that's actually prepped and ready to go. But for now, that's going to be it for us. Our next matches are going to be next weekend. We have a couple of people to thank first, and a few things to shout out. Once again, if you enjoy seeing matches at the 3-Digit World Cup, you want to keep the players' motivation high. The prize pool for this tournament is not funded by Peppy because this is not an official tournament. So use ! donate in chat. You also get a supporter banner for donating, which is awesome. And if you don't want to donate, if you don't just want a supporter banner, you want something physical to go along with your support for 3-Digit World Cup, you can hit up bluebunny.store and use code 3WC10 for 10% off their tablet covers. That'll do it for us here. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, Shiba, for casting Unleashed Dues, for streaming, of course. And we'll see you all later today for the Grand Finals Map Pool Showcase. See you then.
See you guys.